The use of technology and digital information by students is becoming something that is used all day, every day in the classroom. As we begin this presentation, we are more specifically going to be talking about the safe, legal, and ethical uses of these resources by students. Almost everyone uses technology, and as crazy as it is to think about, children are using these resources more and more at much earlier ages. Even older people are becoming accustomed with these advances that have come about with technology and digital information. Technology and digital information is also used for education, like these kids working on these notebooks in the classroom. For communication between all people all over the world, leisure with games and applications, and many other things like shown here. The main and most important thing, though, is that it should be used safely, legally, and ethically. Using technologies and digital information is relatively simple, but seems to be getting more expansive as time goes on. It is especially important to make sure that the students are using these technologies and digital information in the classroom safely. Teachers and administrators play a large role in the safety of children at school with these technologies and digital information. It is a whole group effort to make sure that the students are safe. Making sure that the students aren't getting onto sites like social media sites and chat rooms will allow people to get their personal information is important for their safety. It is very easy to get a student's information, such as where they are, where they live, their telephone number, and much more personal information if it is not monitored by who sees it or if it is even posted to this digital world. Another unsafe practice that has come up recently is the issue what is called sexting, where kids are sending nude and risque pictures as a text message to other people. For obvious reasons, this exchanging of digital imagery is not legal for minors, and it is something that is becoming more prevalent, and it is not safe at all. These images can be sent to anyone and anywhere and will expose that person to many people who they may or may not know. These are all rising safety issues in digital information and technology. One of my favorite quotes about safety and technology is while educators use all types of technology in an effort to make schools safe, true safety only comes from positive human relations. If a teacher knows the student well, they will be able to create a good relationship with these students and know that they are being safe when they use these technologies and digital information. Not only does the use of technology and digital information need to be safe, it also needs to be legal. Since everything has become digital, it is very easy to get information illegally off of sites and search engines that are used every day. It is so easy to type in a keyword or phrase, find the site that is offering that information that's needed, then copy and paste that into the document that the student is creating. Problems like plagiarism have become very prevalent since these technologies have exposed digital information to the greatest degree. They may not even know what they're doing is illegal. Like this image shows, there's deliberate plagiarism actions where people know what they're doing isn't legal, but they do it anyways. Where on the right-hand side, it shows actions that people may not know that are illegal, so they're plagiarizing accidentally. Another issue that has come about in using communication devices illegally. Cell phones are a great way to communicate with people near and far. It just needs to be done in a legal manner. People need to be aware that receiving these images that we talked about earlier from minors is just as illegal as it is to send them to minors. Children need to be taught that sending nude or even partially nude pictures is illegal and can get them into a lot of trouble. They need to learn that how to use their technology legally, because it's really very simple to do. Something else that has become a rising issue is the copying and sharing of music files. Children need to be taught that in order to get music legally, they have to buy it. Whether it is in digital form, such as iTunes, or in a hard form like a CD, it needs to be legal. People of all ages are doing this illegal action without even thinking about it. Individuals might not think that downloading music or burning a CD is illegal, that they aren't paying for isn't illegal, but it is. When music is downloaded or burned illegally, it takes away from the money that goes into the music industry and can threaten their success and ability to make more music. When the students want to download music files or burn CDs, they need to do it legally or through a site or place that is honest and legal. I see that the main issue is not being informed and not knowing what is and isn't illegal. A lot of adults don't even realize some of the things that are illegal. In order for our youth to know what they're doing is legitimate and legal, they have to be taught by their elders. We all need to become more informed. When teaching students to be safe and legal when using digital information and technology, we need to discuss ethics as well. Ethics in the use of digital information and technology is becoming more and more prevalent. Although the ideas of ethics can be a relative term, it is quite apparent what it is in the digital world. In order for these students and people to know what the ethical use of technology and digital information is, they need to be taught what it really is. We are not born with an innate ability to know what is right and wrong, especially when it comes to technology, because it is always changing and evolving. Teaching children that what ethics are, specifically cyber ethics, is really helpful. The best way to get these ideas across is to get the parents involved. If the parents know what their children are learning about, they will learn about these ethics and they will be able to implement these same kinds of safeguards at home. It is important to teach cyber ethics in the classroom with the internet and these different technologies. An example of what you can do is have the students do reports on unethical cases in regards to the use of technology. Then you can have them access digital information about these cases through different resources. And using the internet is and then have them report on them. Using the internet is a great way to get the students' attention. It is something that they can be engaged with and understand. This can also be a great way for students to learn about ethics. When the students find out what these ethical issues are, they'll be more apt to go home and tell their parents about what they've learned, which will help them learn the issue even farther. Another idea is creating an acceptable use policy. Like the one shown here, it is really helpful. Start by having the students sign off that they will be responsible and honest web users. However, the most important or the most productive way to get this through to the students and the family is have the entire family and have the parents and other family members get involved and sign off as well for the acceptable use policy. It is up to the teacher as well as the family of the children to make sure they are using digital information and technology ethically. As we have talked about the safe, legal, and ethical use of digital information and technology by students, is there something that has come up multiple times that can allow us to ensure these students are using this digital information and technology safely, legally, and ethically? I see that if we all get more informed about what is safe, legal, and ethical with digital information and technology, we can help these children out immensely. A lot of times, adults in their lives are doing these things that they shouldn't be, so they don't realize that it's not okay for them to do either. They think that if my teachers or parents are doing them, then I can too. And as we all know, this is not the truth. I'd like you to think about your students in the classroom as we watch this video. That was just a video that I thought was great to show the changes that are happening with education in the 21st century. Think about some of those questions that were asked. What do we need to be aware of? How can we teach something if we don't know what it is? Will you be ready? The best way that I think to be ready is to get informed and know what is safe, legal, and ethical for these students so that we can keep them safe. The reality is our world is becoming digital, and we need to make sure that our students are being safe, legal, and ethical when using digital information and technology. So let's protect our students, and thank you for your attention.